System development environment. Linux is a flexible, source-based system for building and managing custom Linux distributions. It allows users to create highly optimized and tailored Linux operating systems for a wide range of hardware, architectures, and applications. Key features of T2SD Linux: source-based distribution. Customization and optimization by compiling software from source. Users can optimize their systems for specific hardware configurations, ensuring better performance and efficiency. Control over software versions. Users have the flexibility to choose specific versions of software packages, allowing for the inclusion of the latest features or security patches. Cross-compiling support. Multi-architecture builds. T2SD supports building software for very architectures
also broken.
such as very architectures such as
Seriously?
very architectures such as very architectures such as USB, making it versatile for different hardware platforms. Embedded systems. This capability is crucial for developing software for embedded systems, which often require customized and lightweight.
Good morning, everyone.
Modular design.
Minus 20 dB.
Modular build systems.
That
T2SD uses
silent enough?
modular build systems.
Yeah, Rust and Cargo. Necessities for modern Linux compute living. We worked on this last night, but it didn't fully work yet. So let's continue with it.
Users can select the specific packages they need, creating a tailored Linux distribution suited to their requirements. Automated compilation. T2SD automates the process of fetching source code, applying patches, configuring, compiling, and packaging software, reducing the complexity of setting up a Linux system from scratch. Incremental builds. Support for incremental builds ensures that only modified components are recompiled, saving time and resources. Continuous integration and unit testing. T2SD with continuous integration pipelines automates the build and test processes, facilitating regular updates and improvements. Unit testing frameworks. Comprehensive unit testing ensures the functionality and stability of
Good morning.
software components across
Good morning, coffee.
environments and architectures. Binary package streams.
Yeah, the recurring theme here. I wish everything would just work, and then comes Rust and Cargo. This will probably not build, so like last night we analyzed this already, patched this. So what's happening here, and we were shaking our heads last night for those who didn't join our midnight debugging session. Yes, just who needs more than 6 hours sleep? Necessities for just working IT living, the open source community fixing all the strange stuff. Someone probably from Alpine Linux, because who else would do that, submitted to Rust, and it was merged, enabling static position independent code things, meaning in contrast to normal regular expectations, as you see. Yeah, that's what happened if you let random Linux distributions contribute to the upstream ecosystems, like, and modern, like, hey, 100 eyes or code review stuff, right? Like 100 eyes, and they merge it anyway. Also, like when people like, hey, Musl needs static stuff, like no, like it doesn't. It's like only if you build stuff in your especially snowflake way, then in your special snowflake hipster whatnot way. Yeah, let's take a look. This patch obviously does not just work. Surprise. No, it smells burning oil here. Some gas tanker, oil tanker burning. All you guys, what are you all doing with all your fossil fuels? Do you need to burn them in front of my office? Like nothing live on Twitch office brimstone from oil supply accident. You know what? I prefer the neighbors cook with garlics and internal combustion engine. Like, what are freaking people doing? Someone letting some 70s Mercedes running there or what? And welcome everyone. It's 4 AM there. Hope you have a good stream. I hope so too. Stumbled upon the is this? Yes, indeed. You know us from YouTube. You found us new on Twitch, and welcome everyone. So let's see what's going on here. So it's obviously did not yet change yet much, I guess, but let's see what happens here. librsvg traces, and we still have that. So it looks the same. So it is adding static pi, which also we don't have here. So maybe only static. No. Interesting. What does it? Maybe it needs both. Linking with failed p static. What's going on here? It was all of lib. What was, for example, glib 2. What? libc lib. So does this now look no, it still tries to find static libraries. Does it even look in? I mean, this is yeah, it actually looks into the, so yeah, it's not a -l library dir problem because it's trying relatively early in the right directory. Just it still wants static for some stupid reason. Static crate type static librlib. Is this correct? That should be lazy static. I mean, it changed a little bit. I mean, maybe it's... And that's the thing, right? Like, previously we only need a C compiler, now we also need LVM, Cling, and Rust, and Zig, and Go, and whatnot. I think static pi disappeared. I think yesterday... Where is the final dash? Do we have dash L glib? No? Where is the... maybe we simply search for the last exec VE or so. Like, yeah, 2024, we have 24 of not the most amazing build systems, and you need to debug with strace what's going on. Here, probably. Collect, I mean, maybe, just not, I mean... Could this collect is a step of the linker? Here's GCC. The problem is that this is so freaking much, right? Like, good luck finding stuff here. Okay, here's glib. It does just that. So good luck. I mean, maybe it would actually, I mean, we could simply grab for -gcc and save that to one file and search one file, because the problem is if I search in this huge thing, it always runs away at the top or bottom. It's there, it still has dash static. That probably is an issue, huh? Where does that still, or does this have here any... Rust target Musl, does this have here any static? No, it's a lib tool. Do they have here any special treatment? And that's the thing, right? It should just, here's actually, oh no, this is test C. It should not librsvg, this is test, probably shouldn't. Yeah, it could be so much, right? Like it could be any of those steps. What more do we have there? Good old 70s running diesel, yeah, something like that. It smelled like a cruise ship. If you ever smelled a cruise ship, not a fan, by the way. Didn't expect you to have Rust in the tags. Yeah, we fix everything. Like, if upstream Rust fails on us, we like recurrently fix Rust. Because like recurrently upstream people break random shit because it's only constant change and regressions. Do not despair. Comrade, where are you from? If you say comrade, 2050 build systems will solve problems. Yeah, I mean, AI will be the build system, right? Like, it's like probably by 2050 we will not have build systems anymore except AI, and it's like AI. Then we can solve the problems of modules. I think when AI took over build systems, we humans have no problems to solve anymore. We can lay in the sun and receive basic income from AI, right? That is the outlook for future humankind. So Rust, hotfix, Musl. Is there maybe more? Stack probe, inline link flavor, CC, yes, LLD. Maybe we should actually, do we still have that from yesterday? No. Here. Diff. What is the diff between unknown Linux GNU stuff and Musl? Linux Musl opts, CFI, data flow, target Musl into. Where would be Linux Musl come from? Where would be the base mod Linux Musl? Links self-contained pre whatnot CRT base Linux opts CRT static. These target statically linked libc by default. CRT static default. CRT does only sound like C runtime. They could give it a try. Should the C runtime not? Yeah, so somehow the problem is that this is really unfulfilling, right? Like fixing others people low quality bullshit. I can tell you, people think I have the biggest patience of the world and stuff. If it were not for all the YouTube and Twitch live streaming, I might have in the meantime just give up and open a beach bar, which might even be fulfilling, like pro tip play, sit on the beach, James Bond style, and sip on your martini or something. This also what did I build? Because like also Musl. Rustc, I meant. Yeah, it gets old, right? Like it gets old fast, and even I cannot see it anymore. Like I'm so fed up of like everything needs to be YOLO redneck. It's all redneck engineering. Right? Like this is when people repair car like with duct tape and patchwork, and it's maybe this. I mean, if it is that, then it's a little bit strangely named. Where was it base? These targets statically link libc. But this sounds like they say here libc and here they say CRT. For me, like even the comment doesn't match that. I mean, it might be that. We will see. What do we have link? What is link self-contained? What does that even? What does that stuff even do? Base link self-contained default. Takes one of the following values. Windows, Linux, Musl, the flag controls whether the link will use libraries and object shipped with Rust instead of those in the system. That sounds strange. What do they mean with libraries and objects shipped with Rust? What do they mean with shipped with Rust? That is so strange. Like even if they help, it's like what objects should that be? That is prefers statically linked dependencies. I mean static and dynamic versions. I have the suspicion this will be a rather convoluted. Also supports feature CRT static. Wow, what a mess. I thought I quickly, like the usual, let's fix this in half an hour, and then you notice like, dude, what a cursed cluster fuck is that even? I'm somewhat inclined, like can we remove their everything? Target options and GNU? Create spec CRT objects. Create spec based target options. I have even no idea what that should do. We had here, what is it, inferred link self-contained. Like, so just because some random snowflakes use it for their containerization and they somehow smoke the static linking grass too much. We have this stuff here, right? Like, I also don't understand why, like, this does totally not belong here. In my opinion, it should just use the system Musl, GCC, and Clang compiler default, and not like do custom. Like, if you in your containerized Alpine Linux want statics and build stuff with the static or whatnot, and like not YOLO this stuff in here. You know what, let's comment everything out, because then we have a patch modifying everything and we can manually edit the patch if we want. Let's see what it does, I have no idea. This is really low quality engineering. This is, as I said, this is like some college dropouts running their scrapyard and just welding random redneck garbage together for some YouTube views. Like, this is the quality, because people always so amazed, like, Rust is so amazing. I look there, it's like, dude, like, this is hard-coded, strange default stuff. It's everything how it should not be, and that is in Rust. And people like, something is amazing because borrow checker memory safety. It's like, yeah, cool, but have you seen all the other remaining? Have you seen all the other redneck engineering around the borrow checker? And so let's see what it does. I don't have the highest hopes. This will probably crash and burn, but someone needs to test it. So the thing is, it's just, we wanted like even librsvg or stuff to just build, right? And yeah. By the way, the lemnin? You know us from what? From T2, from magazines, from YouTube? Where do you know us from? Or just the YouTube fame? Lemnian T2. Oh, okay, happy to hear that. Yeah, the question is, 2050 build systems will be solved problem. I mean, maybe because the T2 solved it. Yeah, forgive me, forgot about the AI singularity. Ah, this also failed. Post Musl contained function is never post Musl self-contained CRT options in post Musl self CRT options. That went well. Musl pre-patch. Then let's. The problem is, will it use crate? The question is link self-contained. it will probably error out due to how amazing Rust is. This will probably error out for maybe unused object thing there. Ah, that's totally wrong. Do you have a video in which you discuss your version control workflow? You fix file generate patch which you prefer in favor over Git. I mean, it has nothing to do with Git. This is just in our T2 sandbox. So these are just helper functions. Of course, they end up in our version control, and we have a Git mirror. This is just like a helper, like you would do with any other Git or even Gentoo. And I would even say like T2 version control stuff more than Gentoo. Like they were also super late, right? The Git Gentoo not just the last years. Like we were probably using proper version control like 20 years longer than Gentoo. What were they on, like CVS or whatever? And I mean, for me, Subversion or Git doesn't matter the most. For me, for my workflow, Subversion is 10 times more efficient. Yeah, dead code, like as just expected, dead code stuff there. Yeah, just expected. So this just creates the patches. Like this is just like working with those tarballs and diffing and storing what we edited. Yeah, super stupid. Do we have self-contained stuff? Rust. Disable dead code warning error. Disable dead code. What was it even? Disabling dead code was loaded code. This example unused function is declared. That intentionally unused wouldn't trigger warnings as a road you with warnings, yada yada allowed. Allow, but I want loaded code work in progress not useful. I would. You cannot even freaking easily disable that. Like this is hilarious. What did I just? I modified that here. Right, use create CRT objects. So this was the second last build. I think it was that one. What was bootstrap? Okay, let's. I think it's -x by build. Apparently, yeah. 24 build systems, and then I need to remember for each package what cursed way to build this, to debug this. Which here, this one, right? Compile. Do we have that there? Do we have a line number 7064? Pre-Musl self-contained. What a mess. Super readable code, right? Like who is not impressed by this super readable code? What was now 64 and pre-posed CRT and self-code. So they even write here, like, even the Rust developers confirm what I said. In general, it is preferable to rely on the target's native toolchain to pull in these objects. However, for some targets, Musl, not for Musl, or even for Musl, like, why do you touch it? Like, you had one job, and not touching, linking stuff was not one of them. A more self-contained installation not required users to install the native, like, what? Just because, like, we have the native, like, why do you mess like this? Like, it's like, no, we don't want a more self-contained installation. It's like, we just want this shit to work and not that you mess with it and break it. In that case, Rustc distributions objects are as part of the target's Rust toolchain, falls back to linking them manually. Like, no! Like, you had one job. unlike native tools in Rust, only currently adds the libc objects during linking, but not GCC. As a result, Rustc cannot link with. Like, as a result, you even break C++ static libraries. Like maybe you don't touch it. Like do you? This is so stupid. I have no words. This is like entirely, completely stupid. But this is probably also not our issue, I guess. I think the static comes in. So that's the problem, right? Like the modern complexity, people like, let's custom redneck engineer some custom cursed crap. Like it would just build, configure, make, install, GCC, build, link stuff, but no, with their cursed hard-coded stuff, they need to break it. And then we, because they have hard-coded crap all over, and then even if we comment some stuff out, then Rust even breaks. I mean, really, like shit is pants there. Like, because like, yeah, 2024, you comment something out, it's like, yeah, now it's dead code. Like, I will not compile it anymore unless you attribute everywhere dead code. Totally the future is the future of cursed code is now. Maybe we rather, I mean, that's probably not, what else did we had here? Okay, let's try the less, okay, let's try not to touch that stuff here. Which is like stupid, what should I do? Yes, this is no operation, so ideally later we could remove that, but like manually change the offset there by 3 and stuff. Let's only, okay, this we maybe need some, like basically we later could remove all of this and leave. I mean, I'm not even sure if CRT static default is, but the problem is due to the sheer stupidity what they custom YOLO'd there together, and now we need to randomly try to what is necessary to undo this. Yeah. I'm so disappointed with the state of IT. Like everything is so low quality, clobbered together. Sure, there are always the Rust fans who say no, I'm wrong. This is the most high quality code ever written. But everything is so. I respectfully I disagree. Everything is hard coded there, working against best practices, working against defaults. Not even the micro dependencies are particularly amazing, and then they even build many 2, 3, or God forbid even 4, if not 5 times. In my opinion, this Rust, like everyone agrees that this npm and similar such repositories in the JavaScript world are not totally amazing. And then they do this like what problems they have and what problems they cause and stuff, and they're often not good, and all the other things about such repositories. And then like generally there's an agreement that that's out of control and not scaling and not good, and security. I always say like you get some random potentially insecure and backdoor stuff, and that's of course with npm stuff what constantly happens, and abandonware and so on. And the Rust and Cargo people, like with web stuff it's one thing, which obviously is also not good, but then the Rust and Cargo people like, hold my beer, we do this on a low level C like Rust level. I mean, maybe we should be thankful that AI takes over, because like all this chaos and incompatible non-scaling chaos and bugs and regressions and increasingly curse, like because all the new hipsters, like, why do I call them like this? Like maybe it's disrespectful, or even I don't know, but that is in my opinion really what it is. Like Steve Jobs called out bozos, managers and stuff. Like for me, these are really, I'm sorry to say, these hipster developers who sit there with their coffee and think they abandon all previous wisdom. Like previously 30, 40 years ago, or 40 years ago, the Unix people did Unix, and the Linux and Free Software Foundation and open source people cloned that open and free. and there were some best practices and common understanding, and now like that's why I call them hipster snowflakes. I'm sorry if that triggers people, like comment below if that triggers people or you feel heard, but like it's just like, you know, those hipsters sitting in some expensive coffee shop with the expensive MacBook and like doing not much but pressing some buttons and moving the touchpad while sipping their coffee, and instead of like studying stuff and also thinking ahead of what ecosystem they create. Like in my opinion, sure, the Rust and Cargo people was like, we build the best ecosystems. Like, have you really thought this through? Like I said from the beginning with my 5 years ago with my then 20 years experience, I said, this will not scale and only lead to problems. And 5 years later, we are here, it doesn't scale, it only leads to problems. Like once a week, I can't build Firefox because something is down in Cargo whatnot. Every other week, I can't build it because I'm sitting somewhere with too shitty internet. Plus, like everything is hard-coded and redneck engineered and doesn't even build for non-standard. Like, I mean, you can't even call Musl like non-standard alternative. Like, in many orchestration containers and data centers more popular than glibc in the meantime. Just because some random dudes sipping their hipster coffee decide they need to custom YOLO some Musl stuff. So the CRT object things probably should not be it, which is a little bit, which is anyway not good and strange, but whatever. For now, if this additional static thing, we need to debug this again with strace and see where more static stuff is coming from. It's still at dash static in there, didn't it? It is absolutely. I mean, not even to mention the latest, it's the last Rustc release. We built Rust 179 because 180 is broken for me for Musl because like too much custom redneck YOLOing. I don't have the highest hopes. So all we want is that here. Like all we want is build librsvg. I mean, we could also like, you're not getting librsvg, you're not getting svg with Musl, but I guess some people would prepare, I think some people would probably prefer their scalable vector graphics. I mean, it's a little bit annoying that it builds completely, so basically it's all the 30 seconds of build time. And it's only the link step that fails. My fingers crossed, not the super highest hopes. Because usually, hey, it builds long, it maybe works. What? Stop the presses! It's like unsuccessful Twitch guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. Build librsvg for Rustc. It's like, if that is not like, I didn't even freaking, and that's the thing, like, it's like, it will probably not work, like, we will probably continue. And then it works, yay! I mean, and, but anyway, so much too, I totally don't know what I'm doing and talking about, but somehow I'm the only one who maintains all combinations architectures live on Twitch and YouTube. Let it all out. No, within a break. All I wanted here is a Rust glibc run. We run enough here, you will not. It's like, here, shit worked. It's like unbelievable. We have more Rust. The other Rust stuff, let's see. I'm surprised this somehow even build is, at least I think it built. Let's double check that. Musl, that is thin. Wait, is it thin? Is it thin provisioning or? Yeah, because previously this was C++, now it's Rust. So, thin provisioning. Good. The name is really excessively long and hardish to type. I'm not really sure what they were thinking. I really would prefer, like, you know what, I think like LVM thin LVM tools would probably have been a better name. Okay, somehow this built before and still built, that's amazing. Okay, totally unexpected. So the biggest problem of all this shit is I did this for slightly, so very theoretically, like if we wanted to be the good guys, which somehow we try to be, we would need to, I reverted here. What did I revert? Like this update was probably only that, huh? It's like here, so much like hotfix this, hotfix that, hotfix this ABE, hotfix ARM, hotfix big, and you're like this is the state of Rust. Like everything not totally mainstream is cursedly broken. Like maybe it builds for this one other Alpine Linux guy, but not how it should build by default. And it's like, also I sent i38646 upstream and then they deleted, like, hey, would it not be nice to be able to build Rust for 386 and 46 for firmware and bootloaders? Was applied, and then some year later, like, yeah, not used enough, delete it again. It's like, thanks for wasting my time sending it upstream for deleting it again anyway. So the problem is, actually we can, what failed? I think it failed to build yeah, so amazing the last release failed to build. I don't even remember the details. Probably the error message looked cursed. Alright, LCC patch. We need to patch this, of course, to... wait, what? Where, what? What? Maybe this is part of the revert, this one here. CC, okay, this is probably part of the revert. Wait. Yeah. I mean, obviously nobody else cares about Musl, or not nobody. Very few, like, it's not like SUSE or Oracle or IBM would care about Musl, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Note if you need to support cargo. Like, why is this printing some decade-old cargo config terminal thing? Yeah, not that too many other people, but the thing is, like, if Red Hat or SUSE would take a look at this, and like if someone from them would want to support a RPM, like, is there any RPM based Red Hat or SUSE based on Musl? Like, maybe, I mean, obviously the cool stuff we do for decades, but if at any, not if, like, maybe when or whatnot, like when Red Hat, pre-Red Hat, now IBM, SUSE developers, Oracle's, Broken Linux and stuff, if those high-profile, well-paid developers look at this, they would have the same remarks as I, right? It's just like they built with glibc, so YOLO. But if they would have some SUSE variant, IBM Red Hat variant of that, they would also sit there. It's like, what were they thinking? Like why is this so cursedly hard-coded? So. And of course, maybe some other Gentoo developer sits there the same, just that not everyone is Twitch and YouTube live streaming that. It's just like other people would cry alone at home, and we shout out on Twitch and YouTube what cursed stuff that is. So let's see what happens. I mean, maybe the static stuff fixes that automatically. Maybe I should have a log, like, because the problem is I don't have the log from yesterday when it failed, because obviously it's like, yeah, YOLO, my time is too valuable, it's below my pay grade, let's revert it and test build ahead. And maybe I should have some storage air network of never deleting logs or so to retrieve how that failed. So only thing is probably filling terabytes quickly. Hey, version 000, that's probably totally fine. Quality engineering. Maybe the stuff is always version 0, but I mean, I'm only pointing this out, right? Maybe I would also do stuff as version 000, but then I would not pretend it's the best language and build system since the invention of sliced bread. Yep, I need 9950x. Does this load fully parallel? No, it doesn't even. So sure, why don't you get the Threadripper? It's like, yeah, have you seen how non-parallel this cursed low quality engineering stuff builds? Hey, that builds parallel. Yay, the future. The future is now stuff built in parallel. I mean, maybe we should project. I actually have some garbage, like from my girl. Before she knew me, she brought like 10 years ago on some travel, some mini projector, you know, when mini projectors were cool, like 12 years ago or whatnot, like even with a 30-pin iPhone connector and as video. Maybe I should use this mini projector and project some CPU load. Would that be cool? Like maybe we need we probably need a better studio thing, right? Like B-top load in the background. Actually, you know what, maybe I should use a green screen and actually, like, why use real hardware when you can have a green screen? Maybe we should simply 3D render that stuff into the scenery. Will also be sharper and brighter, right, than some garbage old $100 laser mini projector thing. Yeah, it builds surprisingly long because it's Rust. Is this coming to what, this build? Okay, that build. Maybe then that's unexpected, but maybe the cross-compiled compiler failed. Like, because we built a Rust cross-compiler to cross-compile stuff. Okay, that also still builds with the latest librsvg. And then we also some people call it, we cross-compile Rust to have a then native compiler, like maybe only the cross-compiled then native, like Canadian cross to native compiler. Like if that confuses, so if, let's say we build an x86, we target PowerPC, so the cross-compiler would be a compiler that compiles to PowerPC, the cross-compiler would be a x86 binary that runs on your x86 CPU and cross-compiles to PowerPC. And so the Canadian cross, like for GCC and Rust, so Canadian cross means it's like double crossing. I don't even know, like, I don't know if it's like Niagara Falls or whatnot. I don't even like ask the Americans and Canadians where the Canadian-American border crossing comes from. But basically that's like to Canada and back or whatever. I have no idea what the American-Canadian computer scientists were thinking. But anyways, like some kind of double crossing and back and whatnot. It's like, whatever. Like, if you know more, leave me in the comments below. We need to know. So, but basically that is using your cross-compiler that outputs PowerPC code and then cross-compiling your compilers. That's basically double cross, Canadian cross, whatever. So that you then have a PowerPC binary of Rust that you then can run on your native target machine. Okay, that also built, like, where do we have cargo? Probably here. Something failed. Let's see if it was cargo or Rust. Like, yeah, the more you test, the more you find. And thanks for the subscription. Highly appreciate this, at least. Oh wait, that's not a subscription. Held message, reason, allow detection, smart detection, better. What is it? Cheap viewers, deny. And I thought it's a subscription just because I saw some overlay stuff hanging around there. Okay, that we fixed that. Amazing. Yeah, with wrenching, with coding here every day, we keep regressions and regressions and bugs away, right? if we only, and also preserve our sanity, because the problem is if I only do, you have seen this before, right? Early in my YouTube career, I did 6 hours GNOME updates, 7 hours KDE and Qt and KDE updates. Obviously, if I don't, why? Because I for 10 years didn't touch KDE and GNOME because I was YOLO, Linux desktop doesn't work, RxVT and Blackbox is all I need. And then, of course, catching up, with a decade of neglect, then you sit there 6 and 7 hours. And then recently, also, with all those updates and stuff, I wanted this KDE and GNOME, the latest and greatest KDE and GNOME desktop, amazing things, amazement, to work even more. We even live streamed on Twitch after 6 and 7 hours and keeping stuff updated for 4 years on YouTube and stuff. I still needed 10 hours to package even more KDE dependencies, like K opening hours, K indoor maps, all the other activities, stats and plasma and whatnot, right? So this is gradually because the problem is even if I only do this every quarter, I would get depression. If I sit here, if I do this every quarter, I sit here 40 hours of hunting this stuff, at least it's disappointing and annoying, but at least we keep, thanks to all your subscription, Patreon and super thanks and super chats and followers and hype trains and on-screen redeeming and stuff. Keeping all those T2 open source ecosystem stuff building in T2, cross-compiling in T2, and on a much more daily up-to-date basis, right? Even this Musl combinations and stuff. And the sad thing is we would still need to hotfix Firefox and Thunderbird. Maybe I skip this now and build in ISO. We built LibreOffice with Musl last night. Theoretically, it needs some ugly patches. Probably that's for another day. I also need finish some commercial projects and earn some money. And earn some monies. So I guess most people would want Musl minimal containerization, Windows subsystem for Linux orchestration and stuff. The misleading stuff always is that, maybe the static stuff fixed or something, maybe it broke itself just due to exactly that stuff, because I'm pretty sure which even 180, yeah. As this definitely didn't build yesterday, maybe just the static stuff fixed something. 180 July 25th. But the problem is often this stuff good luck doing this with something less than an AMD EPYC Threadripping Ryzen 7950X or so. Because even that is just, it's more than whatever the build is, 3 minutes. Oh yeah, 3 minutes. Look how spot on this build estimates are. If that is not amazing, then we built some really cool freaking open source package manager source distribution thing. At least I'm happy with my own code. I mostly at least. Wanted to run Gentoo LVM Clang Musl for a while, but everything was totally broken. Such a shame. Yeah, don't delay, try T2 Linux. We have, LVM Clang, completely GCC. That is even, we built theoretically 36 official, 25 architectures plus, so 25 architectures all with their native most preferred libc, that is usually glibc, except if it's UC-libc for microcontroller stuff. And then some more of Clang and Musl and stuff. But one thing we do not have is, so we have some Clang variants and some Musl variants, like ARM Clang, ARM64 Clang and ARM64 Musl. And then you come, we already built and support 36 flavors, and then you come, it's I want LVM Clang Musl. It's also you don't want Gentoo, you want T2 Linux. But yeah, such a shame. Maybe try T2 Linux, although, maybe, that's, at least interest, according to Google Search Console, interest in T2 Linux is over 20,000% up, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you all for sharing, liking, and subscribing. Maybe we can get 6 more followers right now. Can you ring your neighbors, alert your significant other, your kids and parents and stuff? Only 6 followers away from, hey, followed this minute. Yay, amazing. Welcome. But only 6 followers away from 2,500. Yeah, maybe. I mean, of course, I have on my to-do, like, we could do that or that. Like, actually, that even freaking build. I mean, those files are gone, which is to be expected. It built. Like, maybe it didn't build yesterday. Like, maybe my static, not static linking stuff fixed Musl, surprisingly. But now we have this. I think I delete this Musl rfv Rustc, and let's rebuild this. To have a slightly cleaner, not as cursed package. Used to run Void Linux, the biggest problem is Electron apps. Like, you know what? I simply don't run Electron apps. I mean, I usually have glibc, but otherwise I absolutely hate Electron apps with a passion. And somehow I don't, I mean, I just run Discord in my main browser and like give a shit that it annoys me of like, hey, don't you want to install the app for superior experience? Like, no, I don't want a superior, not superior Electron app. It's like, I mean, am I just too old school? Am I just too minimal? I don't know. Leave in the comments below. It's like, I think you can over Electron versions to native ones. The problem with these Electron apps are those Electron apps not usually having some custom code in them. So you often, like, even if you have your own Electron thing around, like, it may not necessarily fully work because they have custom native whatnot stuff at times in there, like frameworks and libraries and code and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm surprised this worked that much. Actually, you know what? We streamed long enough. We can also, you know what? Let's shortly wait here. Why do they like first this cheap view shit is blocked by smart recognition stuff, and then it just comes again the next minute. Let's quickly wait. So then I will also publish this and publish this ISO. Yeah, share, like, subscribe. The next time we'll also finish fixing Firefox and Musl. And then also in the future, obviously, even more stuff. Yeah, very close. I mean, the only thing would then be KDE and GNOME. I mean, GNOME stuff usually not as problematic because mostly C. Yeah, leave in the comments, basically leave in the comments below or on Discord or Patreon what you want to see. Right, I mean, we could do Clang. I mean, even if very few use stuff like chip, Musl, Clang variant. You could always argue I overwork myself with this, but on one thing, we maintain it. I mean, unless stuff is cursedly broken upstream due to random people doing random things like this Musl static linking nonsense, T2 is so automated and low code that maintaining all of this stuff is relatively easy. The Discord link is you all. I'm so also this is the wrong website. I'm so commercial. I'm such a commercial asshole that I really have the balls to ask for $1 just to motivate people to like here on Patreon or stuff. Like, that's the Discord, and you can even unsubscribe, but would be really cool to get $1 into the tip jar. I feel like a hobo, like coding for world peace. It's like, do you have $1 for the tip jar that I can afford a freaking coffee? But to be honest, maybe that is the future of open source. Like, I did for 25 years most things for free. I mean, other of my friends are millionaires for working at Microsoft for 10 or 15 years. And I sit here and mostly did T2, and then people don't even want to donate $1 tip jar. Maybe $1 donation for access. I mean, not only to T2, but like Rust, Firefox. Like maybe that's the future of open source. Like have a $1 subscription a month, funding random open source projects you use by having a $1 subscription for access to their Discord. And only they're not using crypto, specifically Monero. Can you not change it to dollars on some crypto exchange? And then like you do crypto and you don't have a freaking dollar to, I mean, yeah, maybe get a dollar to me somehow, like maybe on PayPal, and like due. And those millionaires, I mean, my like friend, also like millionaires relative, right? Like when you have 2 kids in America, it's expensive enough, and also like even their entry-level house costed them $600,000 to purchase there next to Seattle, and it's not even a good house. Like it's a house I would not really spend 100 or even 200,000 in Germany. So it's like millionaire on paper, like on the bank account maybe zero, because I mean, okay, sure, they have a house that they could sell again if they ever move outside. So I mean, millionaire in, I mean, normal coding employee at Microsoft, and it's not like Elon Musk or whatnot cheating comments of accumulating $1 billion. But certainly true that Amazon, Google, and whatnot, they are more like, I mean, it's not even Microsoft for making billions with open source, right? That's more like an Apple, or certainly more Amazon and Google and Facebook thing. I'm only saying, like, because I do my free and open source thing, because we wanted to make the world a better place, I have the most knowledge and are the poorest of, like, maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. Maybe we need to discuss it in a future YouTube video. Also, this remembered. But that's also like all my fans on YouTube. I want to get into open source and stuff. It's like, maybe you don't, because you know what, people pay really shitty for open source. And then you work, like, do open source, like, to earn any money. You work open source in a big company like Amazon and Google, and do corporate shit all day long anyway. So probably think what you really want. Also, darn. Why do I have this wrong things in the history? I think most people that money is open source. I think most people that money is open source, having some business, have something business on that said that using the open source thing. I think the creator of PHP does it well. The framework is free, but he provides servers, etc. But I mean, I'm not sure if the creator of, I don't know about the Qemu. Oh shit. Alright, that was Qemu. Was it the last freaking? Just look how, I mean, not even Mozilla is particularly profitable, right? And they make on world's previously most known browser. This doing open source and then additional stuff is a really shitty system, because you still get abused for doing all the base work for not much income, right? Like basically you could do the same with less effort, like using someone else's open source stuff, right? And it shouldn't be like this. So basically they do surrounding services that they could do in any case with anything else. And just look at like Firefox, Blender, even Blender went bankrupt, right? The 3D modeler stuff that now is open source. Did you know that once upon a time this was a for-profit company doing Blender open source and surrounding documentation and services? And like, yeah, that didn't, as usual, doesn't work, because nobody wants, like, hey, spoiler, like nobody wants to pay for open source, not even for freaking Blender. I'd pay for priority support if it was really cheap. Like, hey, people don't even want to spend $1 for Discord. It's like, and what? Also, you want priority support and that on cheap? Like you really ask too much. It's just like, hey, getting the open source for free and then priority support for free for cheap also. It's like there really is a limit of wanting the most priority for as little as possible. Sadly, the market doesn't reward the neckbeard knowledge. People submit upstream patches because it's likely Companies just hire developers to do model development needed. Didn't Blender do like paid courses? Yeah, as far as I remember, documentation, support. Like the Blender people did exactly the classic. We do the program open source and then charge for surrounding stuff. Documentation, support, maybe conferences or I don't know. So basically the classic open source stuff. And spoiler alert, it didn't work. Recurrently, it doesn't work. Like even here, like people don't like. I would pay you something, but in crypto that I like only the special snowflake stuff, and like otherwise $1 is too much. It's like dude. So yeah. Companies just hire something. Didn't Blender. Okay, we have been there. What have been that? Oh, prepaid. I can buy a prepaid debit card, but I don't think Patreon accepts them. While I use my credit card, don't trust payment processors. Okay, fine. Okay, let's try to also, like, as we hang out already and have some viewers, let's also try to fix Qemu for Musl. Somehow this also doesn't build recurring theme here. Shit is broken. What's going on here? Would be too easy if some shit would build. Sanity check cross. Couldn't invoke sanity test executable. What? Could not invoke sanity test executable. No such file or directory. What the heck? So this failed, like this is misleading. This failed like this also for successful builds, but Meson 1 sanity check. What is that even trying to freaking do, TM? Like, why does upstream shit always need to do the most random shit? Like, what is wrong with all those people? Like, you just have, like, everything else builds, including Thunderbird or whatnot, or Firefox, and then Qemu, like, I can't sanity test executables. Like, you should not sanity test some random shit, you just freaking please compile it. I have no words for stupid. This is so stupid, right? And build systems, right? Like it would just build, but no, they need to. I don't even know what they need to Meson. Okay, let's look at here. What's going on there? Host compiler, sanity check compiler, standard out, whatnot. Couldn't invoke sanity. What do you even freaking sanity? What do you even freaking do there? You had one job, and testing my compiler was not one of them. I don't even see. Is cross compiler true? Sanity check, command line. It's like nothing like building new modern build systems. Naming shit.exe. You don't see this, right? Naming shit.exe here. It's like 2024 and open source build system shit. Like, let's name executable.exe on Linux because, like, you know what? Like, go away with your DOS-isms. We're not running DOS. If you want to run DOS, run Windows. I am not your regular Windows. Like how do people think? I mean, sure, it doesn't matter how crappy you name your crap, but like, why do we need .exe on 90% of the platforms that freaking are not Windows? It's like people really have no taste, and it's like that. So it cannot just freaking run it. Like you should really not freaking run this. Like, why do you freaking, and which Meson? Like Meson, it's for sure not line 1, or is it? Like what is it even freaking trying to freaking do there? It's like stew. Why does it? How does it cross compile for all the other? Is this even the error, or is because sometimes this Meson shit prints out errors that are not errors? Couldn't invoke something. You know, it says it's error. It's like, why does it say line 1? It's surely not line 1, no? Or is this some automatism? Is this really like from this crappy line? And that's the thing, right? It builds for all other things, and then you build it for users. Like, wasting my time with pointless tests. Well done. You had one job. This was not one of them, and wasting everyone's time. Thank you. It could not cross-compiling. I'm cross-compiling OpenWRT. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. Couldn't evoke sanity test. Like, yeah, totally a T2 thing. Nobody else in this world has this problem. Your cross file is improperly written. Your host machine is actually the build machine. Machine deleted. Your target machine is actually the host machine. Rename it. Take another look at Meson build cross compiling. On the other hand, it means your observed is very odd. That deserves some okay. Thanks for clarity. Sorry for misunderstanding. It works now. What? Warning, but it builds for all the other things. Your cross file, your host machine is actually a build, your machine. Where do I have my... you know what? Qemu, you know what? Qemu does it themselves. And I don't even write this because this is Qemu's shit. You all guy, don't blame me for that. If he has built config Meson cross, maybe it doesn't. Why does it have MCX16 in there? What does it do and why is it in there? Automatically generated by configure. Do not modify. Binaries. Host Linux x86 CPU. Maybe it is somehow... How do we write our... So we have... The problem is we have direct support for that, which obviously works. So we do binaries. We do properties. We do host machine system, CPU family arch, and Indian. That's what we write. I wonder if we could just overwrite this. It's like... properties built in CArgs and stuff. CC DLL tool? What the heck? WinDL? Why does it have this? Is that a thing? Does it even exist? It doesn't even freaking exist. The problem is I hate this. I so hate Classic didn't read the freaking what T2. Does T2 support Lux2 in the installer? Yes, of course. Which Classic didn't read the fucking manual? I mean, I read the manual, like I can build it, like the Qemu people didn't read it. Or you mean this bug thing here? I mean, I only tell Qemu configure make install, and Qemu does this stuff. For all other combinations, it's also build. Maybe it is. Maybe Meson is confusing that because our host and target are the same, and it thinks it can run that. But on the other hand, in all our own configurations, okay, this is still in configure. Host build. These switches are silently ignored. Amazing. So how do you use prefix can be blank use? How does Qemu support supposed to use cross compile? Meson at machine cross file. Maybe it does not run this with the right cross file. Shit. It has cross compile, yes. So where is it set to? Here, cross prefix I want. Then it sets cross compile. Do we run this with cross prefix? Actually, we run this with cross prefix. So we read the freaking manual, we did everything right, and yet the shit fails as usually. I'm so tired of fixing crap. And that are superior build systems, right? Like it should just make configure, make install. It does for 25 other combinations, and just like this, doing random nonsense. Totally amazing build systems. I mean, this nonsense always happens here. Whatever that is about. So they don't even log how they run Meson. What is skip Meson now? What does that do? What does that do? If test skip Meson? Huh? Skip no. Okay, what? And what does it do then if not Meson? Does it then? What does it do then if you do skip Meson? Then it does what? Bizarre shit. Do we have some? Does this log main binary debug options prefix and stuff? Cross file config Meson cross config Meson native. That's pretty empty. Not even MCSX. What even is that? MCX to generate, compare, exchange 16-bit instructions, 64 to implement, 16-byte aligned, 128. This is used for atomic updates of data structures to word size. Compiler uses this structure and implement whatever atomic built-ins operator and library calls always used. Okay, fine. This is bizarre shit. Is it not amazing how modern build systems help us make everything more amazing? Meson Cross, we have few host machine systems, CPU. System CPU family Arch. System CPU family Arch. Don't have that. Totally amazing to spend your time like this, right? Smart and build systems. Is it a new regression again? Qemu broken cross compilation, Gentoo. Yeah, totally a T2 thing. Build does not detect proper sense 5 and fails trying to execute target. This is like ours, yeah. Here is some bug has been closed via the following commit. What did they do? TC is cross-compiler conf opt cross prefix. Meson will not use a cross file unless a cross... But we do that. We long do that. Wonderful. Long do that. Yeah, what should I say? Is there a new Meson version? Let's see. Binaries, cross logs found here. Not 100% sure. Might add to your needs. Exec wrapper. Still the same. I usually explain. Wine apps is wine prefixed. Also tried wine, still doesn't work. Could add quick test. Wine, whatnot. Open, unsolved. Nah. So I need to check Meson. Yeah, totally nobody else has this problem. Do you have CC set and they point to the cross compilers? If yes, that is the problem. Must point to native compilers, not cross. If you have CC and CXX set, no. But does this but maybe that is the right clue. Meson Pro, it's only check C, but it has check C cross. Couldn't invoke synergy test execute. What? This is so cursed. Does it run that SCC? I mean, it's named cross, so how should I know what it wants to check now? Build type cross build. And the problem is, people ask, what do I prefer? I prefer autoconf. Although autoconf is all the autoconf, I could just hack some shit away now. Like with this Meson, now I have some cursed Python stuff that is much more hidden away from me than just fixing some shell scripting. The old technology is much more DIY, just hackable. This is not easily detecting compiler. GCC. Is this detecting? So is this for... Sanity testing C compiler. Is it using this one? I mean, we could change that to that. It's using the cross compiler for that. If just we could disable the stupid pointless sanity checking somehow. Kinda looks like that would be all that would be needed. Here's even Linux kernel archive. Bit something dev shell debug sensors. What is sanity check X? I don't recognize it in any way. Search GitHub repo. Not sure what's going on. Don't really use dev tools very often. The build type native build is where things are going wrong though. Tried bitbake, it's a cross compiler targeting ARM, and Meson thinks you're building a native target x86 like usually bitbake, some special environment settings. Invoking Meson might be missing that actually necessary to call Meson anyhow. How hasn't the configure step already run dev tool? Do I have the other builds, right? Like what was in PowerPC? Does it sanity check? Maybe it's not logging that with my luck. Okay, here is C compiler for the host machine, C compiler for the build machine. So for PowerPC we get that Rustc build type cross build. This is basically correct. And this modern shit, is it not fantastic? Is it not phenomenal amazing? Config, wait, what? No, it cleaned its shit here, what? Oh, come on, this shit is drunk. It's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, modern shit, what should I say? People invented the... Yeah, the more build systems, the more will fail. It's... Instead of like having 1, 2, 3 or 5 build systems that are amazing, we have 2 dozens that all suck differently. It's the future. It's... So... I mean, it's a first. Like, why does... So it does theoretically host first, but... Does it sync because it both starts with x86? It can run it? What is this shit even doing? Like, I have no idea what they were thinking. I mean, maybe because... I mean, I'm only speculating here. The best thing would be to debug through this cursed Python. But then again, right, like, you cannot just easily, nicely debug through this Python shit. And previously it was shell scripting, could just extrace it and stuff. Like, now it's this Python shit. Totally the future. I just copy bin true to the location. Yeah, you can't, because it's a good redneck engineering thing, but it's run within Meson, so it most likely just builds it freshly, right? So, but I wonder if we add here some other host machine thing. I don't know if it's the same. Like, if we either... I mean, I have no idea. Like, let's try with something like what happens if we say it's another kernel. What if we say we are something else? Where is the 115 of it? There. Yeah, it's not that easy, right? Like, if this stuff builds its own executable, you cannot just swap it out there. Sanity test. Let's grab in all this Meson bullshit. What is it trying to do there? CUDA interpreter cross compiling once true. What the heck? Meson interpreter compiler could not compiler see like Python. Sanity check implementation. Debug get display language compiler. Ah, maybe it is cross. Is self is cross. Maybe this is cross is not true. So maybe there should be some, what would debug be? Dash debug? Doesn't do much. Qemu is cross if self cross bin name slash. Here's only check mode compile. If cross, it adds cross. Does it add cross? It adds cross. Could not invoke sanity test executable. Like this is adding cross, and it's probably and not has linking cross app is painful. No, it's not. Like linking cross build C++ app is painful. No, you just cross compiler compile like you make it painful. Finish the compiler command line. It's mlog debug. Or do we have running test? Like, why does it try to run this? Can't check if the binary runs, so we have to assume they do. If needs X. Maybe needs EXA wrapper for machine. Okay, maybe this is probably the issue. Environment needs EXA wrapper, so for machine, and probably because the machine is identical, it tries to run it, I guess. Even though, how do we fix this? And that's the thing, right? If it would be autoconf, you would just take it away. Now we are here like half an hour later debugging through this cursed shit with no end in sight. I wonder if we just name the cross thing, then you know what, CPU family 2, and like just give a shit that doesn't exist. Look at that. Error encountered unsupported. Try enable TCG. Look at that. So because it's, I mean, it's, you could argue it's not cross-compiling, but in reality it is cross-compiling. It's, I mean, even if you compile for the same CPU, it can be cross-compiling. And it is cross-compiling because it's another C library. And like, sure, you could theoretically run that if you have all this C library stuff in the right place, but this is simply, this is modern stuff. Like doing cursed stuff behind the back. Nobody asked to run this random crap there. Needs, do we need Apple cling, not just any cling? Oh, you all. The here's, by the way, is cross. So this is cross compiler. You know what? Honestly, I would say, like it's simply like, maybe we can easily patch this globally. The question is if improving that globally would cause another bug. Because basically here, where was is cross compiler? Here is cross, self is cross. And if it's a freaking cross compiler, it basically should like needs a freaking wrapper, like environment needs, run the sanity check. Like has exec wrapper, can't run return. Like basically all I freaking want is cross, then do this shit. Like this can't be that. Also we should back up that CP set for what happens now. And the question is, does it break something else? Ah, no, it Py caches the shit. Thank you very much. I hate Python. No, our sandbox, you are not clobbering a system file, recaching your own shit, freaking Meson crap. It's like, what would build? Let's T2 install. Like we need something. That's not the prettiest thing. Like basically, just build here something. That's probably Meson. Invalid version needs dependency W roots message. Okay, let's. Hey, look at that. Don't tell me that freaking works here. Like, yes, it's we barely touched Python. It's like, hey, we touched some Python. Like, let's take your celebration out. Let's get a coffee. We made a one-line change in Python crap code. Also, people, this dude does not. He usually doesn't use Python. I have seen enough Python to know that I don't like Python. Like, even a programming language I need to invent. Everything I need to invent. Yeah, you all. But basically next then we could, would need to rebuild everything to check, like, we are professionals and not like committing this without testing that. So next we would actually need, like, hey, rebuild all the target just to make sure our global Meson change doesn't cause any other regression. So. I deserve a coffee after so much bullshit. And I deserve some more followers and Patreon and all other good stuff.
Key features of T2SD Linux source-based distribution. Customization and optimization by compiling software from source. Users can optimize their systems for specific hardware configurations, ensuring better performance and efficiency. Control over software versions. Users have the flexibility to choose specific versions of software packages, allowing for the inclusion of the latest features or security patches. Cross-compiling. Multi-architecture builds T2SD supports building software for very architectures such as ARM. Very architectures such as ARM. Very architectures such as ARM. Very architectures such as USB, making it versatile for different hardware platforms. Embedded systems. This capability is crucial for developing software for embedded systems, which often require customized and lightweight operating systems.
And just like this, a new subscribers. That is amazing. We need more of those. The more you share, like, subscribe, the more we can fix. Highly appreciate this. The music is here. 1 second.
architectures. Custom package selection. Users can select the specific packages they need, creating a tailored Linux distribution suited to their requirements. Automated compilation. T2SPE automates
There is the music.
source code. Applying patches, configuring
Of course AI music, but as I can play guitar and a little bit other things, and I have some music gear, like maybe if you share like and subscribe, we will actually reproduce this eventually, sooner than later, with real instruments.
incremental builds ensures that only modified components are recompiled, saving time and resources. Continuous integration and unit testing. T2S with continuous integration pipelines automates the build and test processes, facilitating regular updates and improvements. Unit testing frameworks. Comprehensive unit testing ensures the functionality and stability of software components across different environments and architectures. Binary package streams.
Yeah, maybe exceptionally we listened to a song or two just because I need to like we fixed what we wanted to fix. So let's hang out here a bit and
System development environment.
is it the same that we just heard?
System for building and managing custom Linux distro.
Not sure if that is. Okay, let's use maybe that. Oh, that's a good one. I need to label them somehow. Okay, that was not. I think I like this one more.
T2SG
Cheers.
System Development Environment. Linux is a flexible, source-based system for building and managing custom Linux distributions. It allows users to create highly optimized and tailored Linux operating systems for a wide range of hardware architectures and applications.
This will not apply.
Key features of T2SDE Linux source-based distribution.
So it was clear to me we need to adjust the path here.
By compiling software from source, users can optimize their systems with specific hardware configurations, ensuring better performance and efficiency. Control over software versions. Users have the flexibility to choose specific versions of software packages, allowing for the inclusion of the latest features or security patches. Cross-compiling support. Built. T2SDE supports building software for various architectures such as ARM, ZODI-ARM, 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 VARDI-ARM, VARDI-ARM. Very versatile for different hardware platforms. Embedded systems. This capability is crucial for developing software for embedded systems, which often require customized and lightweight operating systems. Modular design. T2SDE uses a modular build system that allows for easy addition or removal of components. This enables users to create lightweight
That was one more
systems
thing.
with only the necessary software or more
Unknown type.
comprehensive systems with additional features.
Seriously, nobody did.
Users can select
That's
the
unfortunate.
specific packages they need, creating a tailored Linux distribution suited to their requirements.
Qemu music support is not upstream.
And USSD automates the process of fetching source code, applying patches, configuring, compiling, and packaging software, reducing the complexity of setting up a Linux system from scratch. Incremental builds. Support for incremental builds ensures that only modified components are recompiled, saving time and resources. Continuous integration and testing. CI pipelines. Integration with continuous integration pipelines automates the build and test processes, facilitating regular updates and improvements. Unit testing frameworks. Comprehensive unit testing ensures the functionality and stability of
It's
software
fine with
components
Musl.
across different
Since
environments
when?
and architectures, binary package streams.
Doesn't look fine to me.
In addition to source-based builds, T2SDE offers binary package streams, providing pre-compiled packages for convenience.
I mean, we could disable the user targets for a
Security and
test,
hardening. Security audits.
or we patch it.
Updates ensure the integrity and security of the system. System hardening. Implementing default secure settings, access control mechanisms,
difficult, I
and
tell you.
system monitoring tools enhances overall system security. Documentation and security guidelines.
Yeah, see, difficult. You're all. What should I say? To ship something. I mean, the user. I mean, then we can't run the test suite. But there are worse things in life. Actually, we need a test suite for Qemu system. Do we have like a Qemu, like a 386 master boot record demo that like we okay, fine. Let's disable user targets and see if which targets do we even build? Does it want a configuration using? Did this build all? Yeah, you fix the stuff to basically build, and then Qemu doesn't build for Musl. Yay! At least not everything. Like the you can't mix exclude and target list. Always one more broken thing. Make wilds. Make wilds? Echo target list exclude grab targets and default target list. Available targets. What does it exclude thing work? So default target list target for config make wilds target config make target list. Why is this always such strange code? Echo target list exclude grab target. Can we did it log which target it wanted to build? What are the config names? Build targets in project 4. This is also not really here somewhere, huh? Targets and accelerators. Basically exclude all. Actually, that is yeah, it's quite some targets. Let's disable all the Linux users. So let's see if exclude. I mean, yeah, patch welcome, right? Like target list exclude. Let's see if star user target stuff was target remake touch bits. Is this still a thing? Do we need this for some reason? Let's see if we still need this. What is our libc? Just libc. Libc Musl then star Linux user, or do we need star? Did it grab, or maybe we need, or just exclude? I mean, this would grab, right? Okay, let's see if that is enough. Why did it build that now? Ah, that was wrong. Because it was the wrong target name. Yeah. There's... Oh, what did we did? Oh, I wanted to build labels to see what's going on. To potentially control C earlier then. I mean, it did configure, so maybe as this is purely scrolling relatively quickly eventually. Let's see, build Musl. Linux user, anything? Configure using, okay, this somehow didn't, oh, it still builds all of those, yeah. Didn't work much. Oh, wait, did it even? Wait, target, where's our target? This also, we didn't add this for some reason. Why? Where is my QEMU? Where did I edit? Ah, maybe I edited this inside the sandbox. Wait, what did I edit some? I have the feeling I edited this in the wrong package. Wherever I edited that, it was somewhere else. Or maybe in Musl? Oh, Musl I edited this. Yeah, it was very clever. Maybe this doesn't build for Because you can't mix it, the code set, so let's do this again. Where camera 1? Will we reach 2,500 followers? Are you all already following? If not, follow for free now. Don't delay. No, that is building. It will fail. Yeah, 9,500 objects. What could... I mean, maybe it would have been faster just to patch the 64 lib variants away there. It would have been so easy. Also, if someone else would have fixed this already. Like maybe this mixes matches like target list. Or does it even regex? Target list exclude. Target list equals target list exclude. Did we even run with that? Okay, one last try. If that doesn't work, we need to debug it more. Still, this doesn't exclude like that. For config wild target echo grep vq target list echo grep. This is why this is not it wants really a okay. This is would have been really cool if can we make this like I mean, if we patch this for our use case, echo target and grab if this matches, so for config in target base name default target list. So if that target matches in I mean, it's a bit of a hack, but I just want to see if some part of Qemu builds for now. This is Q for quiet, V for inverted. I guess it's stupid, it is what it is. Only patch that from Musl like that. And we don't need regexen, like just all Linux user targets, that should match. Patching the open source world, how we like it. Can you make a Telegram bot too, like Hamster? No, I'm not. I do low-level stuff. I'm not. I'm neither interested in Telegram nor other. Suno Qemu is so cool. Yeah, it's some latest AI stuff. Did this build now? I mean, okay, like, did it build anything, or libc Qemu, did it build any targets now or none? Like, hey, it successfully built no targets. This somehow built nothing now. That's not ideal. Ugh, you all. By the way, why are you like? People always ask for, like, I'm a low level guy. I make low level stuff works. I'm not a web bot thing. That also wouldn't make me happy. By the way, I hate bots. These are not necessities for gracious low level high performance MIPS, Rustc, sys, whatnot living. Yeah, so why do I use less when? So why does that not work? Target list and exclude Linux user. So this should for all config and then base name config. What have I? Echo Arch grab Linux user warning and grab invalid option Unix byte offsets. What? What is that? Ah, because it starts with a freaking dash. Oh, I'm so stupid. Sometimes I'm stupid as well. Like, it was so obvious. Why did nobody warn me? Okay, it adds a soft MMU. As expected, huh? So it works. Yeah, that Rust build, amazing. At least we have some Qemu. The user stuff needs 64 variant fixes. Patches welcome. I can't do everything. That's good enough for me. It's also what I usually mostly need. So the crazy, hey, we have 2 followers closer to 2,500. SVN, no, here's the name. Haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah, it triggers people. It's, hey, we use professional better than CVS version stuff, and it's still, I'm still 10 times faster. I don't need more stupid simple, and I'm faster. Like if I'm 10 times faster with it, then. But we have a git mirror area. Maybe I should alias on my machine. Maybe I should alias SVN to git to just not trigger people. But welcome first time chatter and stuff. Not judging. Like, hey, we used professional version control before Git was invented, right? Like, yes, we could switch. We have a Git mirror, but like, why? If every advanced stuff I need to Google and other stuff, I'm slower. So, basically, so let's. Where do we have any other good music here? Probably, which was this one here? Was this? It wasn't that good. I guess that.
In the world of T2, where the source is king, build a custom Linux, let the freedom ring. From on to end, write basics, risk find inside, optimize for power all day and night. For space freedom, tailor-made for you. T2 SDE, low-code packages. Cross-component magic, modular design.
Ah, sorry. It's installing fully in the if remote possibility of wide adoption. I think you should focus on UI UX. Remember seeing videos certain says that tired of guys that do everything on the command line most complicated way possible just to show. Yeah, I probably should. Also, okay, text minimal install passed. That's good. And that's what we test suite, right? I just shouldn't stop the music. That is why operating the browser tab where you run the music in, genius.
Blazing speed, embedded systems, lightweight and lean, a custom distro like you've never seen.
Hey, also passt. What's with that one? Why is that? Why ain't that a file? What?
Control your versions, choose what you need. Latest patches, blazing speed.
But
Embedded systems, lightweight and lean. A custom distro.
Why is it not there? It's probably not ideal. Like maybe, or maybe some cleanup cleaned it up. I mean, it's fully installed, so it probably should be in. So it did install in the test suite. So probably some cleanup deleted that there. It's a little bit nah, but probably the ISO should be fine. Maybe some manual tinkering deleted it somehow. I think I'll let the community test this. I think I've done enough now.
Control your versions, choose what you need. Latest patches, blazing speed. Embedded systems, lightweight and lean. A custom distro like you've never seen. Source space freedom, tailor-made for you. T2SDE, local packages. Cross-compiling magic, modular design. Automated builds make your system shine. Worldwide contributions from Germany to the USA. T2SDE brings endless joy, secure and stable through every task. T2SDE, a necessity for malicious aid. Source-based freedom, tailor-made for you. T2SDE, no-code packages. Cross-compiling magic, modular design.
Patches welcome. Ah, shit. Ah, darn. I had the crap inside. Yeah, always review it if I triggered there, like, pro tip, read commit stuff fully and not like, it's probably fine. I mean, you know what, we could actually fix this test case by, I mean, it should be there. I think it probably got deleted by some cleanup when I wasn't somehow. I mean, it shouldn't, but somehow did. Process def or whatnot. So file exists. What was it? Process def temp. What even? No test suite process. Strange. Yeah, it should be like this, but it's not the most important end of the world. So who wants to be the 2,500 subscriber? And people just told about RCS. And yes, I mean, yeah, CVS certainly was a cluster F. It was like really, really bad version control system stuff. So I know, I've been there, I've done that. It wasn't amazing. Was not a fan. We were all so happy when Subversion finally freaking came around and saved version control. Linus Torvalds was late to the version control party. So see that the patch still applies. I guess it, I don't know, it applies Python stuff there, whatever. And then we fixed what we wanted to fix. Then we can continue our commercial work on some money. Here, sponsored by Exacode, right? But if you need paperless Office, PDF, and other virtualized embedded Linux stuff, but otherwise just Patreon, some good support for all our bug fixing and non-mainstream architecture and libc variant support and cross-compiling Qemu and all the other good stuff. Yeah, it is what it is. It's review your stuff more than I do before you commit. That's basically increasingly it for this live stream. It's like as usual. Like, let's fix some stuff 2.5 hours later. Yeah, I thought like 40 minutes probably will be fine. And we still have theoretically another day Firefox. Finishing Firefox, proof of concept, yes, otherwise finish it another day. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and I hope you see some for the next fun stuff to come. And we find someone nice. And as this ISO will be online in some minutes.
In the world of T2, where the source is king, build a custom Linux, let the freedom ring. From on to Android basics, Rustc in sight, optimize for power all day and night. For space freedom, tailor-made for you. T2 SDE, low-code packages. Cross-compiling magic, modular design. Automated builds make your system shine. Control your versions, choose what you need. Latest patches, blazing speed. Embedded systems, lightweight and lean. A custom distro like you've never seen. Source-based freedom, tailor-made for you. T2 SDE, low-code packages. Cross-compiling magic, modular design. Automated builds make your system shine. Control your versions, choose what you need. Latest patches, blazing speed. Embedded systems, lightweight and lean. A custom distro like you've